I wonder who convinced Shadow to even wear Batman's suit. Hey everyone, Mark Game Dude here. Finally reviewing all the remaining DC and Sonic crossover comics. I am so sorry that I haven't gotten these done earlier. I've been super busy, plus a lot of new Sonic stuff got announced, and then my other projects, etc. But I am finally here, and I'm going to review these issues in a different way and give my full opinion on the crossover. Now, I'm not going to do a full-on recap because it will take me way too long to do all of that, so I'm going to just do like a mini breakdown of the comic issues and a recap as well. So issues 3 and 4 are both similar in terms of plot beats, meaning things that happen are similar to each other. And what is that, you might ask? Well, we would see the heroes from the Sonic universe interacting with members of the League and facing off against the DC villains, and vice versa for the Justice League in Sonic's world. It was very cool to see the Sonic cast in their Justice League uniforms. I was very happy to see the Green Lantern Corps and Hawk Girl and Supergirl, though it was weird that she wasn't with Knuckles. But yeah, those were all good moments, and I love that Silver said the Green Lantern Oath. So cool. When it came to Amy's part, I wasn't expecting Gorilla Grodd. I thought it'd be Cheetah, but still a cool villain. Shadow fighting Joker was what everyone expected it to be. I mean, we all wanted him to face off against Joker. We all did. But it really sucks that no other members of the Bat family weren't with him, or even Harley Quinn. Like, really? I mean, come on, we couldn't get Nightwing or Damian or Catwoman. Knuckles with Lex Luthor was funny to see, considering that Lex tried to use Kryptonite on Knuckles, and he easily caught up on him with that. Remember, Knuckles is gullible, but he ain't stupid. Oh, side note, Knuckles knows that Clark is Superman. Wow, okay. So, I'm glad that some other people know that he and him are one and the same. Sonic against Reverse Flash was also good. I kind of guessed that he would be against him. I mean, it was kind of obvious. Though I know some are going to complain about the SA2 reference, even though this is something that Reverse Flash would say. And some are complaining about how Sonic beat Reverse Flash so easily. You know, saying power scaling. And I do somewhat understand that. I mean, Shadow fighting Joker and Knuckles against Luthor were very easy. I mean, they could easily tear those guys limb from limb. But reading this issue, I guess I kind of wish that the Sonic cast had trouble fighting the villains in this issue. They defeated them, like, almost too easily. We've seen the League, like, have trouble up against them many times. So, huh? And I'm really bummed that Tails got the short end of the stick. Like, really? He got all dressed up like Cyborg, and we didn't get to see him fight alongside the T-Titans. And we didn't even get to see them either, other than Beast Boy. And we missed seeing Brother Blood, one of Cyborg's enemies. Oh, and by the way, it was made known that they've been there for a few weeks, so that's why everyone is already, like, well acquainted with each other. Anyway, back to reviewing. Issue 4 of the crossover kind of suffers the same fate of issue 3, but it kind of suffers a bit more in terms of Sonic characters appearing. We do see Blaze defending Water Palace, very fitting, and then Wonder Woman showing up to assist her. Now you see this? This is the meetup that people have been wanting. I'm glad that we saw Blaze, as many of us wish that she was part of the story, and that she was the one who paired up with Wonder Woman instead of Amy. Though many also say that Starfire would have been a good choice for her too. Anyway, Blaze, she's the only other Sonic hero to interact with the League and fight. Team Chaotix, Vector really, did meet Wonder Woman with Amy, but we didn't get any interactions with them shown. And then Big was just a cameo. He only saw Green Lantern and Silver fly over him. That's it. This fight didn't sit well with fans. Even if Batman is super smart, I guess I kind of wish that he would have more trouble against Metal Sonic. Like, he is a threat, a big threat. He should have had, like, more of a fighting chance here, like, getting knocked out by a bike. I mean, I know Batman is smart, but again, like, I don't know. I guess I just wish it was something else than this. I guess fans are right. Metal Sonic has really been like a punching bag lately. For the Flash, before I even read this issue, I figured that he would maybe run into maybe Surge or even Jet, but nope. He runs into the Deadly Six, who we haven't seen in a long time, by the way, and then Zavok is the only one with dialogue. Really? The Deadly Six? Like, you had like the perfect chance to put Jet or Surge in here, but you don't. Like, Jet would immediately love to have a good opportunity to, make fun of Flash and say like, hey, you want to race against me? And then Surge would probably be like, oh great, another guy who's kind of like Sonic, Joy. Like, come on, perfect opportunity there. Eggman and Superman's moments were enjoyable. I love the way Superman was just looking at him like with that face like, dude, just stop right now. Tell me where the emerald is and that's it, okay? And Green Lantern only interacted with the Wisps. You couldn't bring in maybe Whisper at least? Like, come on. And then, just like Tails, Cyborg didn't get any team-up scenes, like at all, meaning anyone. Really? Come on. Like I said, both issues suffer the same thing. Even if the art in some moments were good and some of the writing, there were some issues that I'm like, what are we doing here? And then the 5th issue features both sides coming together, but only both of the teams, no one else, which is very unfortunate. And we do get cool moments here and there, like Flash and Sonic running into his feet, and then we do get Super Sonic taking down Darkseid. Again, I know some were not happy with how Darkseid was being taken down so easily against Sonic, but again, more on this later. At the end though, everything is reset to the moment before Darkseid invaded. But unlike the Mega Man crossover or Sonic 06, no one forgets what happened. So everyone remembers everything. Which is good, because I was very afraid that if they would do a reset, that everyone would forget. So I'm glad everyone remembers. Anyway, thus also helping this whole thing, it be either canon or not canon. Because since everything was reset, it doesn't really matter whether it is canon or not, because nothing was affected. Aside from everyone remembering the whole crossover, nothing happened per se, because everything was reset. So, really, if it's canon or not, it's up to you. But the ending did tease what everyone saw coming. A sequel with Eggman and Lex Luthor teaming up. We did get word that there would be more partnerships in comic form, so this whole thing with a sequel tease was expected. So, what did I think of the crossover? It was good. I didn't hate it, but like, some I did feel it was a bit rushed in some parts. I do understand because it's only like 5 issues long, not 10 or 15 or 20. But I think it had like many missed opportunities, and things felt a bit too fast in terms of things happening. Like many, I was not happy not seeing more of the Sonic cast, in the story, even if they weren't fully involved like our main cast type of the league. We got more appearances / dialogue and interactions with the other DC cast, but none with Sonic's Universe friends. Only Blaze got more screen time. Only her. We didn't see Rouge, we didn't see Omega, we didn't see Tango or Whisper, we didn't see the rest of the Chaotix, but why? Why didn't they let this happen? Also, I just realized, in this crossover, specifically in issue 4, it really shows that the Sonic universe definitely needs more villains. Because aside from Batman fighting Metal Sonic and Superman fighting Eggman, everyone else fought against DC villains in Sonic's world. In issue 3, it made sense that the Sonic cast would be fighting against DC villains because they were in the DC universe. But in issue 4, the Justice League was in Sonic's universe, so it would make sense that they would fight against Sonic's villains, right? But they only fought against Eggman and Metal Sonic because they're the only villains right now. Yes, the Deadly Six did appear, but they were not really fighting Flash, really. So again, it really addresses the big issue that we need more villains in the Sonic universe. I mean, even though we don't know when this story took place in between the comic issues, we could have had Mimic show up if this took place before his demise, and maybe Surge also, like I said before, it would have been great to have her here. And even though the Babylon Roads aren't specifically, bad guys, they could have shown up with the Emeralds too. Heck, I would have been fine with Rough and Tumble or Clutch, but no, we didn't get any of that. I do understand not wanting to overload the comic with characters, and maybe they're saving the rest of the characters appearing for the sequel, but many missed opportunities not having other Sonic cast members show up to help or interact with the League. And then the same kind of plot thing happening with issues 3 and 4 were like too predictable in a way. And I kind of felt that the Sonic cast handled things a bit too easily against DC's villains. And yes, I know the Joker and Lex Luthor, Shadow and Knuckles can easily beat them up. But, I don't know. At least a little bit of struggling would have been better with the rest of the cast. Like, I don't know. It was very weird that they beat them so easily. But overall, a good crossover. The sequel is sure to have also 5 issues long, but you gotta wonder who else they'll bring forth to the forefront to help the League out. Hopefully a lot more, please. I give the crossover a 4 out of 5. How about you guys? What do you think of the crossover, and what do you hope happens in the sequel? Also, by the way, I really hope they make this a animated film one day, because the whole DC thing, they've been known to make animated adaptations of comics they've done. So, I mean, it would be cool.